In data tab, we have a bind grid view, one control, and here we have a control. Click on here, but don't use in general in a project. Just in what way we can apply. Add project data source. Once we click on here, connection database. Click on next. It is creating a data set. And it is asking, where is your database? The database is new connection. Now here my server name, Day12, and use either Windows authentication or SQL authentication. User ID SC, password 123. Select the database. Our database name. GUI Books DB. Test the connection. Click on OK. Click on next. Yes, I include password also. Sensitive data means include the password. Click on next. This is the database connection string. So one is connection. Now it is going to display the tables. So we want, till now we have created only one. So select start from table name. All the table columns and click on finish. See, this is a data set. Click on finish. So we are not written at least one line of code also. Now see here, data source, where the address of the data adapter, and then data set. Now this control is assigned to here the control. So what we have written yesterday, you want to retrieve the whole table of data, something like view books. Once we click on view books, the data is going to bind here. Now double click on this particular control. Here we have written one method called as view books. Now what is this view books will do? Connection is on the top. Second one, command. Here we have written select star from books table and then create a temporary memory, fill the data and assign this data to control. All these steps we have written manually. Now Microsoft is given, it is only single user is accessing. Without writing the code, you can get the data automatically. So now here we haven't written at least one line of code also. See, automatically it has written adapter dot fill of so on so control. Data set has a table. What is the table name? TBL books. So the table of books is going to fill it in this. Now directly run form 2. Go to program.cs. There we can say form 2 is the startup form. Now we just press F5. See here, automatically the data is displayed in this. So there is a choice of two. One is manual code and the second one is without writing any manual code. So internally, what are the statements it has executed? One is, it is asking connection, where is your server, what database you want to retrieve, and what are the username password. We have given in GUI steps. And second one, it is showing the list of tables. We selected the table. So internally, it is created the statement. See, click on here, click on this particular smart tab, edit dataset designer. Once we click on that, it is internally kept the table of information, and this is a predefined method, get data. Once we move the mouse pointer on this, it is showing the query. What is that? Select book ID, book name, and the cost, quantity, total from table. Now right click on this, we have an option called as preview data. Before going to execute this form, we need to see everything. Click on the preview data and click on the preview. So now it is showing the data and fill it. And it is displaying the data before. Now this data set we assign to the.
Ma'am, in this it is showing the whole table, right? In case if I want only a part of a table, then I can write a query inside it, right? After doing the GUI representation.
No. It is creating automatically by default. We are not written anything.
Yeah, that's what. In this, it is showing the book cost, quality, total. I don't want the book cost. I want only to show then how to write a query inside.
Here.
Okay, then type in. Okay.
In this particular this, there we have an option called as configure. Configure means I want to change additional columns or else modify the whole columns. Okay. And
Ma'am, I also have another doubt. So last time when we were adding a book, right, we added a book name and all. What if I wanted to upload a picture of it?
We'll upload a picture, no problem.
Okay, so how to get back the data then again?
Then files will come. Till now we are not started files. Open dialog is there, no? Morning I discussed. Color dialog, font dialog. There we have open file dialog. Open means I want to select one file from my system. Open it. Okay, this is go to file menu. This is what we call as open.
Yeah.
A file, right? This is the dialog. This is a dialog. Color dialog, font dialog. Now this dialog call it as open dialog. Okay. So there we have to select the picture. Click on open. Now this picture we are assigning to our picture box.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that's it. And whatever we. So now we can preview the data here. Now it is shown. Sorry, maybe some comma is there. Configure. So now total we remove. Now the total will not going to come. Okay. So this is a very important interview question. What is the difference between typed data set and untyped data set? What is the difference between typed data set and untyped data set? This is. So typed data set and untyped data set. So typed data set means this. Already before execution only you know what table is coming, what are the columns are there, and what are the primary key, and what type of query you want to see. Okay, everything before compilation, the mapping will be comes in a code, and directly the mapping should be appear with table directly. See here in a form 2 page load. It is showing this is a data set. Data set has one table. That table name is books. So directly the data set is going to point into the table. Here we are not written data table dt equal to new data table and all, because already the data set is created here. So connection is ready, command is ready, and the temporary buffer area data set is ready. Directly we are assigning to the command. Okay. So typed data set is called as before compilation, everything the table mapping will comes into the application. But untyped data set, we don't know. At runtime we know that here in the new books, double click on this view books, there we have written here So this is untyped. Untyped means we don't know what table will come, what columns will come. So that will be filled at runtime. So we cannot define it present. That's why this is called as untyped. So that is the first difference. Before compilation we know, and after compilation we know. And the second thing, this will be going to follow. Typed dataset will follow XSD structure. XSD means XML schema definition. Everything you know the structure, like a table, columns, data types, everything it is strictly following. But whereas here you are not receiving any table structure. Just we are receiving here only data. Whenever we are going to fill, just names and data will come, but not table columns. So typed data set will going to, here the typed data set, it is going to receive, one is XSD, XSD. The other one is, what is XSD? XML schema definition. Now this XML schema definition, table structure with data. Untyped data set, only XML. That means it is going to bring only data from the database. Or you can create an XML also. So XSD will not going to support. And this is, here we know the table structure before compilation. And whereas here we don't know until execute the program, and after execution of the line of fill statement, then only we know that. So we can get the table after compilation. This is, so we can get a table after compilation. So these two is the main differences here. And it is whatever we need to do directly we can use table, but here we cannot write any table directly. We have to create objects either for a command object or for connection object or for temporary data table object. Then only we can retrieve the information. So many objects are required for this. But whereas here directly that control is available in the designer. Here this is the control. So directly by using this control, we access the table directly. So data set name dot table. So we can imagine all these are all static types. Directly we can access. But all these are all instance types. Create object, then only you can use everything. See, create object, create object. And the top we have connection object. This is connection. So where is your server? Where is your command? Where you are keep it? Everything is in memory separately. But whereas here directly we can use control. Okay? So here it is for directly we can access with controls. But whereas here we can access with objects. We have to create the objects, then we have to access the data. Okay. So why we can think about the two? If it is a simple option, only one person can access. Don't write any code, just use drag and drop functionalities. But in real time, if many users are accessing, not recommended this option. Why? Because whenever the data is more, maybe some 10,000 records or 1 lakh records, everything should be verified, then only form will display. So it will be performance wise very poor for loading this particular form, it has to check everything internally, then only it will bring and show the data to us. That's why very limited data, you want to see it, and only one user can access, then only recommended to use this. Okay, and now we can observe the relations also. So our database is GY books DB, and now here right click new table, type of books, category ID and category name. So here it is for category ID. Integer. Now this is for category name. Varchar 50 or 100. How much size you need it, you can keep it. This set the primary key, and this is identity. Identity is this. Now save this particular table of categories. Right click on this, edit up to 100 rows. Here it is, see, cell is read only because already we have given identity, means it will generate automatically. So we cannot type any data here. Now this is for .NET books, and this is for Java books, and this is for some testing tools. So this is identity should generate automatically. Now what is the relation? Now here what type of books? Here directly without any relation we have created. Now we need to apply some relation to this. What type of book it is? We need to know. For that, one common column. Before going to create a relationship to any other table, you need to remember both tables has at least one common column. So this is the design of book table, and this is the design of category table. This is category and this is books. We want to see side by side this. Now parent table is category name. Child table this. Now we need to show all these books comes under .NET and all the books are comes under Java. Or 2 books are in .NET and 3 books are comes under Java, something like that. For this, we have to maintain the same type of column over here also. This is category ID. What type of book it is? You can include anywhere, either at last or after primary key, right click, insert the column, and there, here we can pass category ID. Now here the category ID, integer. What data type here? Int. The same data type here we can mention. But name may be same or may not be same, it's not a problem. Here int means we should use int. Here varchar means here also varchar. We can't use here is int, here is varchar. So now category ID, and simply we can use even CID, something like this also. So it is not going to verify the name of a column, it is only verify the data type of the column, or if you mention like this size of the column. So now once we have done this, We can just save this. And what data we are inserted, the same type of data should come over here also. Example, the category table has three records. And this is the table, category ID, category name. Now this category ID, category name is here, number 1. Now this number 1 we need to add here. Books table, right click, edit top 200 rows. Now this is. So now this is a book ID number 1. Now here number 1 type of book it is, means .NET book it is. So this .NET is going to refer this number 1 will come. Maybe you added one more book also here. So we need to add here one more book, and this is automatically come. Number 1 category, book name is professional.net or .NET professional, .NET professional, and the book is this is for 300, and the quantity, price, and we can apply for 2 this, and here 2 books are there. Both the 2 books are belongs to same category, or we can apply this one for 2. 2 means Java. So here foreign key means one type of books, here many will come. Number 1 .NET related books, many things are there. Number 2 Java related books, many is there. So we have to make primary key, foreign key relationships are here. And we can add one more book is this. Select this and click on here, and this is a book is second book. Now this is for Java step by step, something like this. So once we have to assign this book is belongs to 2, and we can add one more thing, third book. This is for third book, and this is testing tools. Testing like this. So third type of book 1 is there, second type 1 book is there, but first type 2 books are there. Now we need to see all these lists to the front end. Okay, so what is that? We want to make the relationship between 2 tables. To create the relationships, we need to do 2 things. Number 1, primary key. Number 2, foreign key. Primary is which table you want to store the data first. That is what we call as primary key table. Number 2, which table we are storing the data next. That is foreign key table. But how it knows that this is a primary key, that is a foreign key? This key, which column it is available, that is primary. Now this column, wherever the table we are referring, that is called as foreign key. Now explicitly we have to apply the relationships here. Right click, select relationships, click on add. We will apply all the columns. Click on here, and there we just tables and columns specification. We want to create a new relation. Click on here, primary key table, first table categories. Now in this particular category, the column is category column. Now foreign key table, in this the column is category. So this table is going to refer here. Primary first table, secondary foreign. Now category ID we are applying. Now we will save the changes here. Now it is showing earlier these 2 tables are different. Now these 2 tables are under relationship. Once we click on yes, now it is going to display. And today you created, tomorrow somebody will come. They need to know the relationship between both the 2 tables. Then right click on here, select new database diagram. How many tables? 2 tables. So we should add here. Once we added both the 2 tables, we will see it is going to display like this. Primary key table, category, foreign key table, books. Now primary key table, what column it is referring here? Relationship, foreign key, books table to categories, between categories and books. Now we need to see which column it is referring. Right click. Now we will see here relationships. Once we click on relationships, now the same window will come here. Now there we just select here categories table category ID is equal to, here is books table category ID. So that primary key is going to refer here as foreign key. And in a diagrammatically, wherever the key symbol is attached to the table, that is primary key. And wherever infinity symbol is attached to the table, this is foreign key. So one category has many books. One .NET books are many. One Java books are many, like that. So this is a relationship we called as primary key and foreign key relationship, or parent and child relationships, or one to many relationship. Okay. So today we have seen in a backend part how to create tables, how to write commands, and how to apply the primary key and foreign key relationships. But remember, only one small observation: while we are going to create the relationship, at least 2 tables are necessary. And in the first table, primary, unique, you cannot give the duplicate data. Primary key cannot accept any duplicate information, and primary key cannot accept any null also. It will always accept unique information. But that data will be duplicate here. Why? Because under this category many details are there. So that this 1 is repeating many times. Number 1, and 2 will be repeating only once, and 3 is repeating many times. Okay. So data is duplicated in a child table, but data cannot be duplicated in a category table. So while you are inserting the data, while you are deleting the data, we should be careful that you cannot delete the data directly here, and you cannot insert the data also directly here, because there is a category, first category, then only you can insert the data here, and there is a category second, then only insert here. So for insertion and for deletion, we have to do from parent, then only child. You cannot modify the category IDs. Even you can modify, but that data should be exist in the parent table. If I am giving as here as 4, okay. If I am removing the cursor, it is showing an error because 4 is not available there. You can change 1 to 3, any option, because 1 is available, it is accepted. 2 is available, it is accepted. 3 is available, it is accepted. Because 1 for .NET, 2 for Java, 3 for testing tools. But 4 is not available. But we are saying as forcefully 4. Now it is conflicted. It is conflict is occurred with these 2 tables. This type of data is not available. So it is unable to commit the operations. So these are all the theory, but very, very important. Forever we have to use the same story for all the remaining tables also. One table has many childs. Remember that. This table today it is referring to this table. Maybe tomorrow we can create another table. In that table also the same category ID should exist. So one table has up to 255 sub tables. We can create the relationships. So primary key table is only 1, but foreign key tables are many. Okay. So we will see program in tomorrow's session.